Okay, well, it's time to get ready for my trip, and I have some equipment that I normally take with me, and there's a couple other things that I need in order to make this all work. So I'm going to take everything out, and I'm going to figure out what it is that I need, and I'm going to hopefully put it all back in here so that it can fly on an airplane without being damaged. And that's the whole idea. So I'm gonna start to work, and I'll check back in a minute. All right. Well, I found the bubble wrap, and looking for the bubble wrap led me to a long missing item of my vacuum cleaner, and I was wondering where this went. I had lost one earlier, and I bought this to replace the one I lost. And then I lost this. So this is, sometimes these adventures are really good because you find stuff that you might not have found. Now back to the pack. It doesn't close yet. I got to redo it. Well, I almost got everything into the suitcase, but I'm gonna set everything up and make sure I actually have only what I need and not any extra stuff. And I think it's a good idea, since it's been a while since I've taken my sound equipment on a plane. It's been a year or so, because I've been doing mostly local gigs. But I need to get this down so that on Thursday morning, all is peaceful, all is well. There's no stress, no anxiety. I know exactly where everything goes. Because there's no feeling quite like having to set up the sound when I should be thinking about the program, right? So that's what I'm working on, and I'm gonna figure out how to high speed this so it's not boring for you. All right, so I'm gonna set it up. All right, so I finally figured some stuff out. I think I have the right cables, and we're going to put it all in the box and see if it fits. And I'm excited because I really love this program, and I want to make sure that somehow I reach kids. And I think I'm in the right place, doing the right thing in the right way. That's all we can do. We have ideas, and we follow them through, and see how they work. And if they don't work, we try something different. That's all that we can do. And one of my greatest areas of weakness is I doubt myself. I have these great ideas, and I start putting them in action, and I don't get instant results. And I, in the past, have tended to freak out and back off, right? And I mentioned this in an earlier video at one point, that my mom had this saying that she used to say jokingly, that if at first you don't succeed, give up, right? If at first you don't succeed, try again is the normal cliche, right? But she would kind of turn that around and go, if at first you don't succeed, just give up, And she said it in a joking way, but as a young kid, one of the things we need to understand, particularly about younger kids, is that they don't have the ability to tell the difference between an adult being serious and an adult joking. That's something we learn, right? And so that's kind of deep in my unconscious mind, and I've been working on clearing that, right? But it's this old thing where if something's not working right away, my initial reaction is to just stop, to back off, to try something else, right? And ultimately, that's not a program that leads to success, because typically, in order to get where we really want to go, there's a lot of dead ends. There's a lot of blocks. There's a lot of challenges. There's a lot of stuff that just doesn't work the way we think it should. And it's in the process of taking action and doing that we actually get enough experience to realize, this is just something that is part of this. It'll come, And I was remembering doing my first mailing to get school gigs back in 1993, And I did this mailing to all of the schools in Westchester County, and I didn't get a single gig from that mailing. And at the time, we were so poor that it was like, do I do the mailing or do I buy food? And we did the mailing, right? Because the mailing meant that possibly we could bring in more money for food later. But I didn't realize that sometimes it takes over a year for a mailing that goes to a school to actually get into the hands of the right person, and then for them to go, yes, let's do this next year, or let's do this year. So that was a real learning curve, but I didn't know. It's like gardening. You don't plant a tomato in April or May and then expect a tomato the next day, right? It takes till usually August, May or April or May to August to get a tomato. But with every business, with every challenge, with every adventure, with every journey, with every project, there are times when you don't know if it's worth the time you actually invested. Is it going to pay off? And sometimes we have to cut our losses and let go and move on to something else. And there's where that area of greatness, we don't know. We don't know how long it's going to take, right? So I'm asking you to be a little patient with yourself, because we don't always know how long the sustained action needs to be until you actually get to where you want to be, right? And in that process, you might discover you want to go farther, or you might discover you want to go in a slightly different direction, and that's fine. That's the process. So anyway, I'm pretty much ready. I got to change my guitar strings. I got to pack up all my other stuff. I'm going to leave at the crack of dawn, and I wanted to do this video today so that those of you on my mailing list, my email list, could kind of see what's going on while I'm sitting on an airplane. And also, if you're not on my list, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, if you haven't friended me on Facebook or liked one of my pages or gone to my blog or my this or that or the other thing, all the information is at markshepard.com. You can sign up for my daily Mind Mastery emails, or you can go to my YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube and check out Honest Hypnosis or Mark Shepard. And the YouTube channel that I'm using these days is the one that has the most recent stuff on it, right? I have like 5 different YouTube channels. So anyway, thanks for watching, and hopefully this was somewhat educational. I have no idea what it's going to be like once I edit it and shrink it down and do all the stuff that I need to do to it, so that you can just get a little glimpse of the beginning of a story. And I will check in with you once I get to South Carolina and let you know what's going on and how it's going. And as I go to the school, the first school I think is a high school, and we're going to set it up. And then the next day I have a middle school and 2 elementary schools. And they're all different. It's the same program, but I adjust it in different ways for different age groups. And so that's it. Mark Shepard for now. Over and out. I will see you soon. Thanks. Oh, subscribe. Did I say subscribe? Give me a thumbs up if you can give me a thumbs up wherever you are. Give me a like. Give me a whatever it is, so that I can help more people. Because the more people like my stuff, the more the powers that be bring my stuff up where other people can find it. And that really helps a lot. So thanks so much.